Wondering what the pros and cons are of living in Beaumont, California? Well, today we're going to be going over just that, so stay tuned. What is up, guys? If you're new to the channel, my name is James. I'm a real estate agent here in Southern California, and I help buyers and sellers just like yourself. So if you're thinking about making a move in or out of California, feel free to call me, email me, text me. I'm always happy to help. Okay, so my first con, and I know it's everybody's favorite, is the taxes in Beaumont. So Beaumont is super notorious for high taxes. A lot of people that move from out of the area don't really know about it until, they probably get under contract on a home or they start really looking in the area. So Beaumont's taxes can range anywhere from 1.8 to 2.2%. So to put that in perspective, if you bought a $500,000 home, your taxes on the low end would be about $9,000, and on the high end, you're looking at about $11,000. So even if you paid off your home 30 years down the line, you're still looking at paying anywhere from $700 to $900 a month just in taxes alone. So just keep that in mind when you're making a move to Beaumont. I know everything looks super cheap at first, but when you dig deeper, it actually ends up penciling out to maybe like the same thing as buying a $600,000 or $575,000 house somewhere else. So my second con about Beaumont is that it's underdeveloped. And when I mean underdeveloped, I mean there's not a ton of recreational things to do here. There's not a ton of shopping. So I personally can attest to this because I lived in Beaumont for about 5 years. And I often found myself going to other cities to go hang out with my friends, even do shopping sometimes. So there's only one area really that has all the shopping, and that borders the Banning and Beaumont area. So it often gets pretty crowded and it gets pretty frustrating. And that's probably one of the worst things I think right now that's going on. It's still in its kind of infant stages. They are bringing a ton of businesses here, but it's kind of almost not able to keep up with the amount of houses that they're building. So just keep that in mind. If you do move to Beaumont, the shopping is very limited, and you probably are going to end up doing the same thing that I did and having to travel out of the city a lot of times to do your shopping. Okay, so one of the pros to living in Beaumont is definitely the affordability. And I know I mentioned in my last video about the higher taxes, but with even that said, it's still relatively cheaper than most cities. And I feel like that partially has to do with it, that it's still in its development stages. Like I had mentioned, there's not a ton of businesses here. Oftentimes people have to commute out of the city to go to their job. And I feel as time goes on, it will become a little bit less affordable. But I do think it is a good opportunity for anybody looking to move here, maybe even start a business in Beaumont because there's not a ton of competition, and kind of get your foot in the door before it becomes more of a developed city. So if you're thinking about moving to Beaumont, it's definitely affordable, but just keep in mind about those, what I mentioned about those taxes. Okay, the second pro about living in Beaumont is that it's pretty clean for the most part, and I think there's two reasons for that. One is that most of the homes and businesses built in Beaumont were done in the early 2000s, and two, a lot of the homes here are inside of HOA, so I think that keeps a lot of people from letting their house go down the gutter. So for the most part, when you drive through the neighborhoods, you don't see a ton of rundown homes. And I mean, just like any city, there are some areas that aren't the best, but for the most part, Beaumont definitely is on the cleaner side. So if that's something you're looking for, Beaumont's definitely the city for you. That is it for today. If you found the video helpful, show me some love, hit that like button. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.